So no, but for real, it was pretty alright. Hi, I skipped intro. And Blendass seems like a masterpiece compared to this long ass title, which I will get to later because I have a lot to say about this one. And also, while I have your attention, I'm going to be shilling out. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe. So as I was saying before, Blendass is kinda average, but it has very cute character designs that try to purposely deviate from what we expect from characters with those personality types. However, I feel like the characters don't challenge the archetypes hard enough due to the character inconsistencies that occur throughout the plot. And if you don't know about Blendass, it's about a character cafe where its waitresses play characters similar to a tsundere maid cafe, but marginally less cringe. I'm talking like half a millimeter at most. I will be referring to the characters by their S word in the title because frankly, I don't remember their names otherwise. The way Smile, our main character, gets her job is because the owner of the cafe notices her for having long black hair. You see anything wrong with that? You know, in Japan, where all the characters should have long black hair because it's Japan. Don't tell anyone, but I think the service blondie just has a really bad case of yellow fever and they wanted to justify some weird shenanigans. And obviously there's other reasons that she got the job, most notably being that apparently her smile is seen as extremely sadistic, but the animation doesn't really show it that well. It kind of just looks like a normal smile to me. Like, look at this face. This is still pretty cute. It's not sadistic enough. It's not messed up enough. She looks like a child. I'm gonna blame the artist on that one. I'm sure she's everyone's favorite simply because she's a gamer girlfriend and people all like that. But despite this, her main character trait is that she's an introvert, but it's never shown to be that way, and it leads to this huge inconsistency between her character and what she says. For instance, there's this one scene where she's hanging out in an arcade, yeah, playing DDR, draws a huge crowd of people. Now, in my mind, I think of an introvert, I think, oh shoot, they would be worried that they're holding up a line because all these other people want to play, and they get nervous, and then they leave. But she doesn't care because she's an introvert. And she keeps assuring us that she's an introvert despite the only time we ever see her not participate in things is when they're on the beach, or was it a mountain? I don't remember. Is a mean tsundere lolly, but she doesn't have anyone to play off of. And more importantly to me, she's not actually mean enough. Roasting is funny if it's done with someone they're close to, but I don't know who she's close to because she doesn't have a counterpart to play off of. I still like her though because mean tsundere lolly, and I have bad taste. I'm not gonna talk about her, she's f***ing worthless. Unironically, the best character in the show, not even as a meme. He is the funniest, he is the most absurd, and he's the one that does his job the best. It's just a terrible shame that he's introduced in episode 8 in a 12 episode series. That means 2/3 of it was inherently less interesting than the other 1/3. Service Blondie definitely has yellow fever. Look at his workplace harassment of his co-workers slash subordinates. This seems like a lawsuit in the making. Sir, cold blue, she's sleeping with her boss. I don't know how his business is doing well, considering that I don't think he works at all in the series. Is clearly supposed to be the self-insert character because he's the hardcore otaku with a hot gamer girlfriend and is shown to be more introverted than her and still gets rewarded because self-insert. The core of their relationship is just that they're both introverted, which like so is half the population, okay, and their interactions are dumb. All the romantic subtext in the series is pretty bad. I'm gonna be real, the romance is bad, comedy's kind of boring, none of it's that great. And now we feature questions that anime has forced me to ask, featuring Episode 5 of Blendass. How students go school but still say good morning when get work. How door lock inwards. How mess up holding an umbrella. Why sleep one hair accessory in but not the other. Why sleep hair accessory at all? What gunpowder tea, stem tea, and mecha tea? Am just missing joke? Maybe. And this has been Questions Anime Has Forced Me to Ask, featuring episode 5 of Blend S. As for the intro itself, I'm sure we all know the beginning part. Overall, it's very colorful, but there's this one part of it that reminds me of both Baka 2 Test's first intro and also the SAO Link start, and anything that reminds me of that is no bueno. Song's alright, but it's never gonna be something that I listen to outside of the context of the show itself. But that doesn't matter because I skipped the intro anyways. 50 out of 100. There's obvious effort and work that went into the creation of this show. The problem is that it's painfully average and not that great. Don't come to this restaurant, the wait staff will be mean to you. Here, have a cut. For the rest of this video, I will be referring to this title as Fruits of Evo because frankly, I hate light novel titles, they're far too long. Fruits of Evo is about this barely human, which what does that even mean? Being isekai'd into a fantasy world and evolving because he ate some fruit or some nonsense. Let's be real, isekai plots are always bad. That was a generalization, you know what I mean. ReZero was good. I like ReZero. By the way, according to this show, the final evolution for every animal is a hot animal waifu. I just wanted to let you know when they turn everyone into a hot anime waifu. So then he isekais and eats the titular item, and that turns him into an alpha male, which brings along all the tropes that you expect from an isekai. You should expect harem, you should expect fantasy, you should expect demons, and you should expect overpowered main characters. Oh my god, here's one overpowered main character right now. Look at him. Even though they bother to show us all the stats at the end of every episode, they're meaningless to us because we have no idea what these numbers mean in the context of a normal human being. Oh my god, it's a level 100 person. Too bad I don't know if the max level is 1,000 or 3,100,000. That's a real number. I can't do this anymore. This show looks butt ugly. This show must be a parody of itself because I can't see in any universe someone releasing this in its current state and thinking this is a good product we made. It's got a simple plot, it's got generic characters, and it's got the strangest plot pathing I've ever seen in my entire freaking life, because in the first half of the episode, we get a donkey for some reason, and at the end of the episode, it somehow transforms into a hot anime babe. This is a great plot line that we came up with. I'm so proud of ourselves for doing this. Wow! Did you know that this show came out in the tail end of 2021? Sure doesn't look like it, does it? It kind of reminds me of that Alphana game during the Disastrous Life of Psyche K, the one where he just constantly makes fun of for being overly generic and having terrible writing. I kind of like the beginning because this gorilla right here is the world's best waifu. Cooks for you, cleans for you, protects you, loves you unconditionally. I honestly like her voice a lot because she's trying her best to sound cute, but she's failing because she's a gorilla, but it's still cute in an endearing sort of way. I liked her voice. I think this is a good, unique waifu that symbolizes how tall, strong women should not be judged for their appearance and can still win out the best girl game. It's just a shame that the main character can't love her because she's ugly. But the irony in all this is that he was bullied in his previous world because he was butt ugly, so you would think that he would understand how she feels, but he doesn't. There's no self-realization here that he's bullying someone for their appearance when he was bullied for his appearance and it made him feel bad. But none of that matters because he's still rewarded for being an asshole by getting his hot waifu gorilla turned into an actual hot anime babe. But this version of her has no distinct characteristics. Her voice is just like any other anime girl's, and she doesn't even cook anymore for the rest of the series.
What is this? Give me my monkey back.
Everyone else in this story is hella boring, they're all generic. This villain has no motivations other than,
I'm an evil emperor. Whoa, look at me.
I'm done with this show. Cut to when I talk about the intro. Thanks me from 3 seconds ago. The intro's also generic and not that great. The intro does one thing really well though, explaining so succinctly what we should expect out of this series. And that would be getting mad bitches and getting mad power creep. Unironically though, I kind of think the ending's not that terrible, mostly because it takes on this easy pixelated art style that's much better looking than the actual animation. It was an easy cop-out. I skipped the intro. 30 out of 100. Not funny, didn't laugh. That's all from me this time. I already shielded in the beginning, but I'm gonna do it again. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna put way too much effort into the last 20 seconds of this video, even though no one watches it statistically. So I bought this new camera recently. I'm not sure how well it's showing up. Don't know if you'll be able to tell a difference. I just know that my acne is much more visible now. Blendass wasn't that great. I don't understand how it became a meme. Fruits of Evolution is the most embarrassing thing I've seen in a long time. I'd be so ashamed to be the author of it.